welcome back, YouTube. I got a treat for you today. We're gonna go over one of the most common SQL interview questions I ever get. So let's go and head over to the laptop and let's get into it, right? All right. So the question we're gonna do today is how do we fill in missing days, and we're gonna use the stock data table. We're gonna use it for AAPL. We're gonna use the lead or lag function, window function to handle this. This is a very common problem, right? High level, you're in an interview, someone gives you a date table, they give you a location, like an office location table, and they give you like a fact table with transactions, right? They want to know how many widgets they sold each day of the month. How do you show a day of the month for something that didn't sell, right? It's a very common question. Because you try to go to the transaction date table, the date won't be in there. You try to join that table to the date table, you'll have the date in there, but what do you do with that gap, right? What do you do with it? Which that's a decision that you can make, but you got to figure out what to do with that gap, right? And that's what we're gonna go over here today. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the table. All right, so let's start from stock history. I'm gonna say SH, and we're gonna say where SH ticker equals AAPL, and we're only going to look at and trading date equals 2026-001, and we're gonna order by, and we're going to let's do and trading. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of we're gonna simulate something. We're gonna get rid of the date. So we're gonna do 06, all right? I'll let you see what that looks like. It is not equal. Cool, all right? So you can see all the dates here, and we're missing the 6. All right, so now we're gonna make a CTE for our date table. We're gonna say Jan dates as select trading date, and we're also going to do stock history. We're gonna say where ticker APL. We're gonna say and trading date is greater than 20. All right, so we got that. Okay, now we're also going to convert this into a CT. So we say stock data as, all right, I'm going to knock this out. We're going to do indent. All right, so let's go ahead and combine these tables. All right, so we're going to say select, I'm going to say JD, I want to get the trading date from the Jan dates, because that's going to be our table to the left. And I'm going to say from Jan dates, and say JD. And I'm also going to grab here SD.ticker. I'm going to say SD.openPrice. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a left join here. So I'm going to say, because again, I want to keep all the dates, stock data, say SD. I'm going to say on JD dot trading date equals SD dot trading date, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this so you can see what's going on. Okay, cool. What we got going on here? Let's see. So we said, 2026. I was wondering why we had so many dates. Okay, now we should be good. Nope, that's wrong too. I had the 6 in there and I don't want it. Get rid of that. I'm trying to get rid of the 6. Okay, cool. So let me order by so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So order by trading date. I'm going to do an ascending order. All right. So you see how the 6 is missing? And also the ticker, right? Because this ticker It's coming from the stock data table, and we got rid of the date for the 6th. We have the open price, and we don't have that, right? So then the question you should be thinking to yourself, okay, how am I going to fill in this gap? A common place you can see this a lot in you'll see this a lot in statistical analysis, like machine learning, right? What do you do with missing data? So in this case, what I want to do is, I'm gonna I'm gonna move that price in. I'm gonna act as if, hey, maybe the feed didn't come over right for that daily, and we're just gonna say, hey, let's just fill it in with the last price. And depending on your situation, you may take an average, just kind of depends, right? But we're gonna fill it in. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. We're gonna use a case statement to fill in the gap. And we're actually gonna fill in the gap for the ticker and for the open price. But we're gonna say case when, and you're gonna say open price is null, which it is here because we want to fill in that gap. But we're gonna do another column. We're gonna say lag will get the previous value, open price. By nature, the offset, or the second value here, is 1. So we're just gonna leave that alone. We're gonna do over. We're gonna create our partition. That is our window that we're looking at to make the calculation. We're gonna partition by ticker. We don't need to technically, but we're gonna do it just to demonstrate the point. And then we're gonna order by trading date. Okay. And then we're gonna say else, because when it's not null, open price, right? And then we're gonna say end as open price fix. Okay, now we're gonna run that. Oh, actually we need to say jd.trading date and jd.trading date. Oh, partition by. Okay, so I intentionally did this because I want to demonstrate what's going on. Okay, so this open price here is still saying null, right? You might be asking yourself, why is it doing that? And we're gonna break it down by looking at this problem, right? So we're saying lag open price. So get the previous price, and we're partitioning over the ticker. Now the ticker we're looking at is SD. Well, what we've created here is now we have an additional partition that was not there. And this partition is just a null part. The partition is just the null value. So that's why I brought back null, because we've created a new partition, right? Which is not what we want. What we really want to do is we're going to go up here. We're going to add ticker, right? Which now I'll run it so you can see it. That gives us ticker for the Jan dates. Cool, right? And now we're going to do here. So rather than SD ticker, we're going to say JD ticker, because I want you to see it because it'll be filled out, right? And we're going to say JD ticker. So now there is just one single partition. It's not broken up. Okay, so cool, right? So now you see, once I've done that right, now you see how we're getting the same. You see how now we're getting the same, like here we're getting the same open price, right? So it's really powerful, right? We were able to pull this value forward to the 6th, right? Which is really cool. And now we're able to fill in that gap, right? And if I show you and you can do the same thing with and we can, you can add to the partition. So let's say I'm gonna show you just to prove the point that it works, all right? Right, so we're gonna say ANAACG. All right, perfect. We're gonna do that. We don't need that anymore. And we're gonna say in here as well. Just keep them the same. All right. Okay, cool. We now need to join on ticker. Yeah, so if you see, you go from the 2nd to the 5th to the 6th, and now we pull in that value from there, right? And that's exactly what we want to see, is that we're pulling in this previous value into that value to fill in that gap. And then we come down here to Apple. we get the exact same situation where we pull in the value here from the where's it at? From the fifth into the sixth, right? So I just want to do a quick tutorial on that about how to fill in gaps using lead. You could also do doing lead as well. Using lag to do this. You could also do lead as well to fill in other type of situations, but these two functions are extremely powerful. Like I said, they're great. You probably will get interview questions on those type of scenarios while filling in gaps. So I would definitely suggest using lead and lag as your answer response. Please comment down below. How have you used lead or lag in your professional career, or whatever you've been doing when you used lead or lag? So I would love to hear from you guys. And I will. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you later. Peace.